Good afternoon. It's Friday, March 13th, and I thought I'd come and get yourself a cup of coffee. We're going to sit down and talk about what's going on in this world. Well, actually, the world and our country as well, United States of America. Okay? I made a list of what I have been doing since 2020, and I'm continually rotating my stock at least once a month, sometimes twice a month, okay? And I am not a mainstream prepper. I'm not one of those. I'm just a person just like you are. I'm the average Joe, and I want to make, if something would happen, okay, and I don't know what that could be, but the word's going around that something's going to happen. Word is going around that since gas prices have gone up, that our prices of the grocery store are going up because it's like a domino effect. If the gas prices and diesel is going up, regular gas and diesel is going up, then that means our groceries are going to go up again. And the stores could be low on stock, and that's not fun. They're doing that now. They did that a month ago. You order something, or you go to the store and the shelf is empty. So I don't know if it's because they don't have enough people stocking the shelves, or they just don't have it. So to maintaining your daily life when getting to the store is not an option. It could happen, right? It could always happen. It could be a fire, it could be a storm, it could be a tornado, it could be an earthquake, it could be a flood, it could be anything. It could be a war, right? It could be. So let me tell you what I do as being just as average as you guys are, okay? Like I said, I'm not a mainstream prepper, but I don't want to be, out there and be out of something. I've done that before, and not because of a storm or a war, but I've been out of stuff because of situations that I could not, how do I say this without, that I could not help, okay? So I was already stalking years ago because I had little kids, and my ex just didn't want to work, okay? So I was always in a panic. I was always prepping, okay? I was always, one is none, two is one. Remember that. If you see something at the store and I'm going to buy a bottle of ketchup, buy two, okay? I'm going to buy a can of green beans, buy two. But we'll talk about that too, okay? So I got to get my grannies back on, okay? So first of all, I want to say, if you have recipes that you have to look at and they're online or on your computer, just in case the electric goes out, write all your recipes down. I did that. They were all over in my phone, so I just took a whole day and wrote down all my recipes, okay? So you have those on hand. So that's that. And another thing I want to tell you, observe things that you see on the news and on social media. Just observe them. Observe them and see what's going on. Observe, but don't absorb, okay? Because you don't know what the truth is, okay, until you do your homework. All right, so there's that. All right, baking goods. Of course, you want your flour, your sugar, your salt, your pepper, anything that you use to cook with, anything that you would use to spice things up, okay? Salt, spices, pepper, brown sugar, if you want brown sugar, baking powder, soda powder, baking soda, okay? Any kind of oils that you use. I use olive oil, lard, and tallow and butter. Every time I go to the store, I buy 2 things of butter. every time. If I need it or not, it keeps in the refrigerator. The expiration date is far out enough. I always have butter and I always will. Okay, so I'm trying to think of anything else that's baking. If you want confectioner's sugar, I don't know, but I always have that on hand too. All your spices and your herbs, and you can grow some of your herbs in your garden, and that's what I'm doing. I have them out there now, but I want them up here on the patio. It's why I'm regrowing them. Not counting that my dog keeps going to the bathroom in my garden, except for right now, they're fenced out. Okay, might build a fence. They can't go out in my garden anymore. Don't let your pets go to the bathroom in your garden if you have a garden. Okay, so canned food. Every time I go to the store or order groceries, I buy 5 cans of something. 5 cans of green beans, peas, carrots, mixed vegetables, fruit. Don't forget about fruit. Okay, every time, if I need them or not, and I stock them up. They have an expiration date that goes way out. Okay, and only buy what you eat. Okay, and I'll tell you why I did that. Because I bought lentils and beans. I bought navy beans, white beans, all these beans, and I actually tasted them. I'm not pretty fond of them. My family we never had beans and cornbread for dinner. We just didn't do it. I'm just not, my family wasn't in that, okay, because we ate different things, okay, but on social media, I see a lot of people eating cornbread and beans, okay, so we didn't do that. All right, I buy baked beans, 5 cans. Or you can do 5 cans of different things. You could have 5 cans, you'd have corn, peas, green beans, and then every time you'll have peas, carrots, green beans, you know what I mean? Mixed vegetables, a can of fruit. All right, you can buy canned meat. Now the canned meat in 2020 used to be 4 something a can. And you can get canned meat at Walmart, okay? And I was stocking up on that. And now it's expiring. It's 2026, of course, and they're expiring. Okay, so now I got to start all over with my inventory on canned meat. Okay, and that could be tuna, sardines. Sardines is very high in protein, very high in protein. I buy the sardines in water, and I'll heat them up in a pan with butter, and it's not bad. It's not bad. I can eat a can of sardines for lunch, and I'm good all day. I'll show you how much protein is in a can of sardines. See, this is meat too. See, you can buy that. And that expires September 20th, 2027. So this is meat. Let's see what it says. 17 grams of protein. I buy this, and I get this at the dollar store. So it's $1.25. And this expires September 6th. This expires in 2026 because I bought these last year, okay? So the protein on here, it's not telling me. Well, I know it's high. I do. I'm sorry about that. It doesn't say it on there. But yeah, you can go to the dollar store and replenish your pantry if you have a pantry. I've never had a pantry before. I never had like a humongous pantry. My pantry's over here, and it's just me and Mike, and we don't, eat that much. It's different when you have kids. Then you have to, your pantry is going to be bigger. Okay, so pasta, rice, stock up on pasta and rice. You can stock up on instant mashed potatoes too. Those keep in your pantry. Cereals like oats, if you like oats. I like cream of wheat, and Mike likes oatmeal. So I stock up on cream of wheat, and then I have oatmeal for him, okay? Which I think those are high in protein too. I'm not sure, but it's food, okay? That keeps, in your pantry for a while. Okay, I'm trying to think if I forgot anything with all that. Baked beans. I buy the mixed vegetables so that I can use it for soups and stews, okay? Cake mixes and stuff like that, I stock up on that because everybody needs a treat. Buy some candy too. You need a treat. If we're in a situation where we can't get to the store and you're like freaking out because you need some chocolate, have some on hand and just keep rotating, okay? And, okay, so we did the canned food. Now, everybody talks about medicines and stock up on your medicines. Okay, when I talk about medicines, I'm not talking about prescription medicines because I don't know if your doctor is going to let you do that. So if you have a medication that is 30 days and then it automatically refills after 30 days, my doctor's not going to refill that. I mean, I can't get that refilled before the 30 days. He's not going to let me do that. So when I'm saying medicines, I'm talking about Tylenol, Advil, allergy medicines, Band-Aids. I said Tylenol, Advil, any kind of painkillers you need. I even have a bottle of aspirin in there. Band-Aids, Neosporin, things to wrap your arm in. Let's see. I have a whole container full of, first aid, like a ginormous first aid kit. I got a thing and then I keep it in the closet, okay? Peroxide, rubbing alcohol, okay? Stuff like that. Cotton balls, tissues, okay? I even stock up on paper towels, napkins, paper plates, plastic forks, knives, spoons, bowls, stuff like that, because who wants to do the dishes when you're, excuse me, when you're in a state of emergency, okay? So you just want to get a plate out, throw it out, okay? And you can burn paper plates, napkins, paper towels if you need to. Do you understand what I mean? Okay? Build your war chest. Okay? Build your war chest. That's all I'm saying about that, okay? Get some skill sets, okay? Learn how to do a garden if you can, if you want to, okay? Like I said, I have a tiny yard and I get a lot out of my garden. I really do. I can't imagine having anything bigger than what I have. Just for me and Mike, he doesn't eat that many vegetables. So it's perfect for me and him, okay? So find your skill sets, okay? That could be sewing, baking, cooking, gardening, foraging. Buy some books at the half price books and learn about this stuff. Watch videos about this stuff. I try to, on my videos, I try to show you guys that you can sustain in a neighborhood. You can. Sorry, my throat is dry. I mixed some hot chocolate in with my coffee, and the sugar is making me cough. Finances. Get your finances together. Pay off that loan. Try to pay off your car, your house, whatever you can pay off to make everything shrink your debt as much as you can. Now, me and Mike have been doing this since 2020, so we got 6 years ahead. 6 years we've been shrinking everything, okay? But it's not too late to start now, okay? So that's finances. And when you keep an inventory of your food, constantly check your expiration dates. And I'm telling you what, every can package, that expiration date is hard to find. So sometimes what I do is I write on it. Like if it's a box of, let's say instant mashed potatoes, I will write on there the expiration date. Because finding these expiration dates, it's a chore. It's a chore. It takes forever. Excuse me. So we went over the medicines. any kind of medicines too, like calamine lotion for bug bites, cortisone. Anything that you use in a normal situation, make sure you're stocked up on. I'm not telling you go out to the store and buy 2 of the medicines. I'm telling you to buy 2 of foods. Okay? If you buy a pack of pasta, buy 2. But the 5 cans every time you go to the store is not going to kill you. It's really not. Okay? So, Tums. Tums. For indigestion. And, what is that pink medicine? Oh my gosh. Oh man, I forget what it is. It's for your stomach. Okay? I'll remember that. Buy a thermometer that doesn't require a battery. And I did that. So I have both. But when that battery's gone, I'm just going to keep using the one that, I don't need a battery for. And you get those in Amazon. I did in 2020. Because batteries were becoming scarce. Buy batteries. AA, AAA, Ds, Cs, Bs, 9 volt. Buy your batteries. Keep those in stock. They're expensive. They're very expensive. It's insane. Okay, so toiletries, okay, hygiene, soap, hand soap, body soap, shampoo, lotion, chapstick, shavers, shaving cream, anything that you use, okay? Toilet paper. Did we already go through that before? Let's not go through it again, okay? So you figure if you use 1 roll, which I don't know how much you guys use, but we use about 1 roll a week, okay? That's 52 weeks. 52 weeks in a year. That's 52 toilet paper. And if they come in a 6-pack, a 12-pack, you figure it out. You buy 3 packs of toilet paper and you could have 52 rolls of toilet paper. See what I'm saying? And I'm not saying buy all this stuff in 1 week. With prices so high, it's hard to do. I can't do it anymore. I can't, okay? So little bit at a time and it will catch up. I promise you that. I promise. Okay, so we did all that. Essentials like women's thing, okay? Women, if you're still, buy those, keep those in stock, okay? I'm not, okay? I'm not on that anymore. And I bought my daughter and my daughter-in-law a thing on Amazon where it's kind of like crazy, but you use them and throw them in the washer. I don't know if you want to do that, but it's good to have it. Okay, so my grandma always says it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Okay, it's just in case we don't have water, we don't have electric. They have that. They can hand wash it, hang it up to dry, and it's there. Okay, I don't want to go into specifics of what I'm talking about, but they're things that you can use that you can wash like they did back in the old days. Okay. So there's that. We did paper cups, plastic utensils, matches. Matches and lighters, stock up. That is not hard. Okay? Do that. Lighter, I said that. Lighter fluid and charcoal maybe. Why not have a bag of charcoal? Just get it. So what? Okay? Did I say keep your gas tank filled in your car? Don't run it on empty. Don't do that right now. Always, you get paid, fill up your tank if you need to or not. Do that. Always keep your gas tank filled just in case you have to get in your car and go. Go where? I don't know. But that's one less thing you have to worry about is having to gas up. Fill up your tank. Then what are you going to do? Sit in line for 2 hours for gas? Because everybody else is going to run to the gas station. Okay? You know how it is if you live in a snow area like Ohio and storms are coming. What do people buy? Water, salt, shovels, and gas. Okay? Already have it, don't have to worry about it. So we can check that off. Cash. Keep some cash back. Okay? I said keep your gas tanks filled. Go through your clothes. Spring is coming. Spring is here, man. Go through your clothes. If you don't need it, you can't wear it, you don't like it, get rid of it. Find out, do you have jeans, a pair of jeans? Do you have socks? Do you have underwear? I don't know if you guys have went through this stuff, but socks and underwear was scarce in 2020. I have no idea why. Don't know. It was hard to find a bag of socks. Okay? Shoes. Are they keep you dry, warm, get boots? You might need them. You might need boots. Make sure you have them. You're always going to need them, right? So just buy a pair of boots. Especially right now, all their boots are probably on sale because summer's coming. So go through your clothes. Make sure you have coats, scarves, gloves, face mask, to keep your face warm in the winter. You never know if you have to walk. Okay? I said batteries, flashlights, candles. Make sure you have some sort of heat. Okay? When Helene was going with the hurricane that came into the Appalachia Mountains, and the Buddy Heaters, the company for Buddy Heaters was giving away Buddy Heaters. I bought one on Amazon for heat. Okay, we got solar panels, we got the jackery, and we have that hooked up to our electric, just in case. Okay? And like I said, this is trying to maintain your daily life when going to the store isn't an option. Okay? Plus having all this stuff ready, it's one less thing you have to worry about, so you can think, what am I going to do now? Because if you have to think of what you're going to do now when you don't have anything, it's gonna stress you out. Because nobody knew 2020 was going to happen. Not at all. Had no idea. Had no clue that was going to happen. I didn't. Heard about it on the news. Didn't think anything about it. Because the people on that side of the world always get some kind of something, and they're always wearing a mask. Remember that? I forget what, the bird flu or something. They're always, you see them on the news and they're wearing masks. I'm like, wow, that's never going to come over here. Well, it did. Okay? It came over here. Hold on a second. And you just don't know. And now we're hearing about, a war, right? Oh, it's not going to come over here, is it? Is it? Do we not know? We have no idea. And all we have to do is trust in God. Don't be scared. Be prepared so that it helps us. It gives us one notch ahead. One notch ahead to help our family, our kids, and our neighbors. You know what I mean? You just always have it, okay? So I've always wanted to tell you guys this, okay? I think that's it. And if you could think of anything that I might have forgotten, put it in the, put it on my channel, write it in there, and I'll look into that, okay? Because I'm sure I forgot things. Water. Try to have water, okay? I'm not sure how much water. I feel like it's 3 gallons per person, and they want you to save that for a month. I'm not sure. That's a lot of water. I don't even know how you would reserve water. I used to buy the plastic bottles and keep them down in my crawl space. But, man, my throat. But when you hear about all the plastics that are in our food, and my water expired, and I got rid of all that water. It was terrible. I had so much water that I had to get rid of. Learn how to fish too and hunt. Learn how to do all that stuff too. Okay, so I'm just trying to, you know, like I said, don't be scared. Be prepared. Don't, you know, trust in God. And you take care of yourself, take care of your family, and do the best you can. It's not like you're getting graded on this or anything. Just try to do the best you can so you don't have to worry and so you can think of what you're going to do next. It's like insurance. It's like healthcare, life insurance, health insurance, car insurance. It's just food insurance. Okay? That's all it is. It's not gloom and doom. Okay? So I'm going to catch you on the next video. And you guys have a good weekend. And find something to do. You know, get seeds started. Bake some bread. Do something like that. See if you can do it. Okay? Find a bread recipe that's easy. That doesn't require so much ingredients. They have that now. I've seen that on, you know, when I Googled stuff. And you can do that. So I'll catch you on the next video. God bless you. Bye.